to feel like I was never going to really be something, and then to just like have this switch in my life where I found the drive to be everything that I wanted, just feels good. Hey guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to film something a little bit more personal. I wanted to put something out there so that you guys could learn a little bit more about me and my nursing school journey, if you will. I have gotten a lot of new subscribers since I posted my supply haul video, and I will tell you, every single time I got a notification that I got a new subscriber or that someone commented on one of my videos, I genuinely get really, really excited. So just know that I'm very happy to see you guys. Also, I am not a professional. I do not have like a fancy phone holder thing. I'm holding my phone right now to film this. I know. It's just like, I'm gonna figure something out, but for right now, this is what I have. So I'm sorry if it's a little bit shaky, but so to start off, so that you know a little bit more about who I am 26 years old. I have two children. I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, both boys, and they are so much fun. I'll tell you that. I love being a mom. It is challenging at times, but I genuinely love being a mom. I am a single mother, so, I have a lot of help like from my family, and there is a dad that is present. But as far as who takes care of my children day to day, who is primarily responsible for them and things like that, it's me. So just so that you kind of know, like that's my situation. That's who I am. I was not one of those people that always knew I wanted to be a nurse. In fact, for many, many years, I had no idea what I wanted to be. And especially during high school, my parents encouraged me constantly to go to college and do something with my life, for lack of a better way of saying it. And I just wasn't interested. I wanted to party and go out. That's not something that I really got to do in the house that I grew up in, not to the extent that I wanted. And so the moment I graduated high school, I had no plans on going to college. I really didn't. I said to myself, why would I go to college when I don't even know what I want to do? And to this day, I'm honestly, I'm glad that it worked out the way that it did, because I would be really upset with myself if I had tried to push myself through college to get a degree that I didn't actually want. And so I did spend a few years just working and partying and, just kind of living my life. And then I had my first son. And then a couple of years later, I had my second son. And when I had my second, I stopped working. I had the opportunity to be able to stay at home. In case you don't know, I live with my parents. And so that kind of afforded me the opportunity to be able to stay at home with my kids. And from there, I found this passion. I found this passion for breastfeeding. I was breastfeeding my baby, obviously, and I started following a bunch of mommy vlogging channels, or like not mommy vlogging channels, but channels that talked about like motherhood. Some of them were vlogging channels, but one in particular was a channel called Momma Alia. And Momma Alia, to this day, I love her. She talks about all kinds of stuff. She talks about like what's for dinner videos, what's in my diaper bag. She talks a lot about exclusively pumping, and she does a lot of breast pump reviews and things like that. That's primarily how I found her, is through the breast pump reviews. And I started following her. I just fell in love with her personality and her family. I still watch her to this day. I love her channel so much. But one video she made, she discussed how she became a breastfeeding specialist, a certified breastfeeding specialist. And I didn't even realize that that was a thing. And I was like, that sounds cool. So through a whole bunch of research and things like that, I kind of had my heart set on becoming an IBCLC, which is an International Board Certified Lactation Consultant, which is just like a step above being a breastfeeding specialist. It's not the exact same thing, but from her is how I even discovered the world of IBCLC. And from there is where I started researching nursing, because although not all IBCLCs are registered nurses, you don't have to be one. I knew that I wanted to work in a hospital setting, and a lot of the research I was finding indicated that if you want to be an IBCLC that works in a hospital, most of the time, you know, the hospital will want to hire an IBCLC who is an RN. More specifically, an RN who then went to go get their IBCLC certification. Now, that could be totally wrong. You know, this was just research that I was doing online and what I was finding. I don't personally know any IBCLCs that I really could ask their experience for. So if you are one and you're like, that's totally wrong, I apologize. But that's just kind of what the research that I was looking at was suggesting to me at the time, because I knew I wanted to work in a hospital. But, you know, from there, I realized the more I did the research, I was like, hey, I actually really genuinely want to be a nurse. And it was never something that I had considered before in high school or even in my very early 20s. It just wasn't on my radar because it just, I don't know, it wasn't something that really struck me until I really sat down and I thought about it and I realized all of the strengths that I have had growing up, I believe, perfectly translate into the role of a nurse. For example, I'm a huge advocate for people. I am a humanitarian, you know, am I at heart. I love people. I like to help people. I like to stand up for people. I like to specifically advocate for people, especially when they are less able to advocate for themselves. I also am a really excellent communicator, in my opinion. I did speech and debate all throughout middle school and high school, and it's something that I love doing. Being able to speak clearly and effectively and get my message across persuasively is something that I enjoy doing. And when I started taking college classes, I realized that I love science. And so I was like, you know what? I think nursing is what I want to do. It just struck this passion in me that I could not shake. You know, weeks went by and I was still like, yep, this is what I want to do. So from there, I researched nursing schools around me, and my local community college has an excellent nursing program. So I started taking classes there, and I will tell you what, once I did anatomy and physiology, I was like, absolutely, this is it. You know, I was fascinated by anatomy and physiology. I even loved microbiology. Just taking A&P 1 and 2, they were hard. I'll tell you, A&P 2 is no joke. That class is hard, but I freaking loved taking that class. I was so fascinated by it. It only fueled this desire, this fire that had started going in me that I couldn't stop. I just wanted it more and more. And it's such a good feeling because for the longest time, I did not have that passion. I didn't have that drive for really anything. And then to find something that was just for me. Like, obviously, I love being a mom. I love taking care of my kids, but I still felt like there was something missing to complete me and who I am. I don't just want to be a mom, and I don't say that to shame any other moms. Like, if being a mom is what you want to do, you are freaking awesome. That is amazing. Moms are amazing. Dads are amazing. Any kind of parent, or if you just take care of a child, you are awesome. If that makes you feel complete, I love that. I felt like there was more for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I needed and wanted something that completed who I wanted to be. And once I started going down this path of nursing, I cannot stop, and I will not stop. And that just continued. I did excellently in my prerequisite classes. I did very well. I even became a supplemental instructor for microbiology. And then when it came time to take my entrance exam, which ironically, I'm actually kind of going out of order here. I took my entrance exam. My school uses HESI. I took the HESI entrance exam before I had even done any of my prerequisites. I bought a HESI book and I studied and I studied and I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and I thought, you know what? I have an opportunity to take it. I think I'm just going to take it. And I did. And I passed the HESI with a 92.8. I actually have a video on my channel where I talk about study tips and things like that. I have videos about the HESI and about all of my prerequisites. If you want to know more about that, I can link it down below. But anyway, I took the HESI and I did really well. And I didn't get 100 or anything, but I felt like I had a competitive score even before I had taken any prerequisites or anything. And so with that, I finished my prerequisites and I applied to the nursing program, and it was the most nerve-wracking, most hectic wait of my entire life. But interestingly, my school only goes based off of the HESI scores. As long as you've met the requirements, who actually gets into the program, they only look at your HESI score, which I thought was interesting. And I didn't know that when I had applied. So after I applied and then I realized that HESI was the only thing that they looked at, I was kind of like, man, I wonder. All right, I'm sorry if it looks a little bit weird. I had to turn on my car because my phone was getting too hot because I had turned it off, and it is really hot out here. So I'm sorry if you can hear the air conditioning. I'm gonna try to keep it on the lower setting, but I don't want my phone to not record properly because it's too hot. Anyway, like I said, not a professional. But I think I had cut off where I was talking about the HESI, and maybe I needed to retake it, but I didn't. I just stuck with what I had and I got in, and I will never remember. Oh my gosh. I will never forget that feeling. I was actually in the middle of a supplemental instructing session and I got the email, and I had a feeling that I might get the email that day. And I got it, and I wanted to be one of those people that sat down and I filmed it and I got my genuine reaction, but I couldn't. I couldn't even. The moment I saw that email come in, I had to open it and look at it. My body would not let me not look at it. And when I saw in bold, congratulations, I felt the tears, and I felt, even now, oh my goodness, I felt the tears because I have been working so hard to get here, and to feel like I was never going to really be something, and then to just have this switch in my life where I found the drive to be everything that I wanted, just feels good, and then to have that confirmation by, being accepted into the program was just, it was really rewarding, and it still is rewarding, and I can't even believe it. But yeah, so that's really it. That's my nursing school journey. I start in the fall, so in about 2-ish months, I'll be starting, and I'm definitely going to take you guys on this journey. I want to document it. I want to be able to remember this experience for forever, and that's the primary reason why I've started this YouTube channel, is because I want to document this progress, because this is such a big deal for me, and I personally love watching nursing school videos on YouTube. So yeah, I'm really excited to do this, and I'm even more excited that I have people that have subscribed to me that are even somewhat interested in what I have to say. So I'm really thankful that you are here with me on this journey. And you know, I can't promise that I'm really gonna be rolling out a whole bunch of new videos, because I mean, leave me some ideas. I just don't really know what to post before nursing school actually starts, because I haven't even taken like my first class yet or anything like that. I don't even, you know, I know my schedule now, but that's really all I know. My school hasn't even registered me for the actual classes yet. They'll probably do that sometime next week. But if you have ideas, please drop them below. I also will probably be incorporating some lifestyle videos as well, because you know, that's what's actually going on with me, as well as other lifestyle things and stuff. But I don't know, let me know if there's something in particular that you'd like to see from me. But until then, I just really appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.